if you're making music and no one's listening to it, it's like, yeah, there's one thing, you're making it for self-satisfaction, but if no one's really listening to your music, what's like, why are you really putting in all that time to really make it, right? I'd say originality is definitely key. That's the first step for me, to be original, to make sure whatever I feel is on the track or in my music, but at the same time to have that marketing approach where you have that representation, or you have you have that basically the capability of making something that will get to the radio. It's definitely important, because if no one's listening to your stuff, there's really no reason for you to be making it or putting in all that time.
That's right, we're in Live Rap City, and as you can see, it's crazy on the inside, and it is time for hashtag freestyle time. Let's get it poppin'. Yeah, hashtag freestyle. Y'all ready? I love this part of the night. The three words, gentlemen. This right here, he goes by the name Ginz. Show some love.
Yeah.
Our hashtag freestyle champion from last week, he goes by the name That Kid Sharon. Show
How
some
do you feel about people labeling you as an Indian rapper? You know, they see you as your skin first, and then they say this guy's an Indian rapper.
When people label me as an Indian rapper, I just like to tell, like, to me, it's like you can't really stem away from such a thing, because I am Indian. But the best way to look at it and the best way to explain that is that I'm a rapper who just happens to be Indian. So rapping is key. Like it's rapping comes first to me, and I'm just blessed to have been born Indian. Like, we have such an amazing culture, and I don't let it take away from me, but I do try to use it to my advantage, because some of the music that I have put out does have an Indian influence to it, some Indian samples and whatnot. So I don't go as far as neglecting that, or I don't try to avoid it. I embrace it, because at the end of the day, I'm just a rapper who happens to be Indian.
On top of that, do you think it's harder for an Indian rapper or an Indian producer or Indian artist to break through on Canadian radio or North American radio and get label attention, as opposed to other types or other rappers or black rappers?
In today's game, I feel like culture only has so much to do with it, in terms of whether you're getting the support from your own people, because in terms of getting signed to a major label, or getting the attention of a radio station, or getting that kind of feedback from the bigger markets and whatnot, it more so has to do with whether you can carry a following, or you can represent something that is different from what's already out.
What do you think of the rap game right now? Like, as comparing it to the 90s or 80s or just last decade? The music you're hearing in hip hop right now, mainstream. Is it good, bad? Is it heading in a good direction? What's your opinion?
I love the rap game. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that say the rap game's this and that. I feel like it's all about what you give your ear to. I mean, there's the Waka Flocka Flames, there's the the Gucci Manes, but at the same time, there's still the Kanye West, there's the J Electronicas. I mean, I don't like it when somebody says, "Oh, I hate hip hop now." It's because it's become so pop. It's become bubblegum. I tell them that you're not listening to the right stuff. There's so many outlets out there these days for you to obtain like real hip hop. There's so many events out there that you can be a part of and get that real hip hop culture and experience from. So it's like I still love the game. I'll always love the game.
So your message is, don't complain, change the game.
Don't complain, change the game, dig all jive, keep it live. And it's like nothing will ever change the fact that the 90s were the golden era of hip hop. Like, the hip hop that was coming out then was the realest, I'd say, music as a whole that's probably ever come out into the music game. But at the same time, everything changes. You gotta grow from what was once and to what it will be in the future.
And when the pain gets deep, let it breathe.
How was the process of filming the video?
The video was actually that process was created by my buddy Mark Calmanici from Mississauga, who actually he was my neighbor for about 10 years, and he started his little video production company. And he told me he had a concept in mind, and he actually hit me up like months before. He had the storyboard, he had all that ready, and he said he wanted to shoot it like this. And it was actually me that kind of loafed it and said, you know what, just wait a minute, like let's take some time and like, you know, let's get this whole thing ready, and you know, we'll approach it when it's ready. And as soon as we were ready to do it, it was actually a really short process. Like we went to Toronto on I think it was sometime in December, near the end of the month, and we shot for about 6 hours that day. They had each location lined up, they had each scene lined up, and basically it was my first video, so I was like a little nervous and whatnot. But basically the director had the idea that he wanted, and he told me to implement it, and we just went from there.
Nice.
You curbside waiting, we motivate ourselves to deal with what we lack, to further better health and that goes cigarettes. That's the biggest debt that I don't talk about. I'm totally evil at home, but I can walk it out.
Let's talk about Ginz the person. I mean, aside from your work and your music, what are your hobbies? What do you do?
I guess there's always that comparison between Ginz and Ginny. As a person, I'd say I'm more Ginny than Ginz. Ginz is more of an outgoing, out there. He basically Ginz has the ability to say what he wants to say, and he doesn't have to worry about inhibitions and stuff like that. Whereas Ginny is he's a little more low key. He's a little more he's still outgoing and all that. He still tries to keep it as real as possible, and but I feel like Ginz just has the ability to he has the opportunity at the same time to say what's really on his mind, and just get the person to take it from a different perspective rather than just being Ginny. And but at the end of the day, Ginny is Ginz. And hobbies, basically, I like sports. I do the usual thing, kick it with the homies. I indulge in herb. I indulge in the essence. I feel like now that I have people listening to me that, we must be doing something right, because, there's so much music out there, the game is so saturated. I feel like if people are, taking the time out to listen to Ginz, they are finding something here that maybe they are finding somewhere else, but it's definitely here as well, and that's definitely a positive thing to me. In terms of being critical, I'd say I'm probably my own worst critic, because I definitely want to put out the best of me. I don't want just anything to be out. I don't like to rush things, but at the same time, it's hard to sit on a song when you know that if you like it, like I try to listen from a listener standpoint, and I feel like if I do put it out right away, the listener can hear it, and you can soak it in right away, and then at the same time I can start creating more music. But at the same time, I do like to hold on to stuff just in terms of listening to it for an extra night, just to sleep on it, to make sure that certain little things, little elements of the song are the way they need to be.
Sure.
Yeah.
When can we expect some new Ginz?
Basically, we released the Measure Twice, Cut Once LP. It had 15 songs on it. After that, I embarked on this new project called Ginz Day, and that was basically releasing brand new music every Wednesday. So we did that for 9 weeks. So we've got pretty much 24 records that are out, so if you haven't heard those, you should definitely check those out. But in terms of future projects, I'm currently working towards an EP that I haven't really decided a title on yet. But the EP will definitely have a promo video, and we will definitely focus on making one single rather than just giving you a whole project. We'll have one single that you can, start listening to, and it'll possibly get on the radio. We'll focus on making something that's, has substance. We'll always focus on giving you music with substance.
I'd like to thank you for doing this interview.
Yeah.
People from us at Word is Born, we really appreciate you coming down here and letting us speak to you.
Yeah.
And we hope great success for you in the future. We're gonna follow you wherever your career goes. We'll be behind you documenting it. But thank you very much. It's been an honor.
I appreciate it, man. Just make sure you guys check out IamGinz.com. Check out the Breathe video. You know, download the mixtape if you haven't downloaded it yet, and become a fan. We do this for you. Hope y'all dig it.
And you can feel that buzz all through the night, it makes you smile. Can't sleep, the pain's too deep. Need another fix to keep it sweet. I'm on your mind so often, I'm in your news feed. And my word is bond. So one more time? One more time?
Do that, and then when you do that, go like, you know, you go like that or something. Yeah, do that.
Right.
When you say word is born, do that.
Right.
Go for it.
Yo, it's your boy Ginz, G-I-N-Z. You are now in tune to Word is Born and My Word is Bond.